I immediately, my eyes were like lit up because I'm like, okay, 75 degrees, the main lake's 90 degrees, there's gonna be something in here. And, I was cranking a squarebill, got bit pretty quick, pick up a flipping stick, picking out some wood, start getting bit, make my way back in this creek, and I remember just seeing just a little water moving. And so there was a little current in this creek. That's the reason the water temp was, 10, 15 degrees lower. Fire spook up there or walking bait, and caught a 4.5 pounder. And I was catching them, and I ended up winning that tournament back in that little creek in the middle of the summer. So, other guys were, a couple other guys were doing that, not in that area. I had it all to myself. So you can win tournaments doing that, especially when the fishing is really tough, and it was super tough that week in Oklahoma. I'm guessing because it was just extremely hot, stagnant, slick. That's when you can go in those places too and catch them when, those conditions aren't really set up great for offshore fishing. You want, water moving, you want wind. When you don't have those, even if nobody's fishing the places that you found offshore, they may not bite, or they may bite just for a quick minute, and you may be wasting a lot of time out there. So the creeks are a great option. I would say the three things, that are the biggest important factors for me on any new lake: creeks, current, and the water color. And also I put up there water temp. That kind of goes hand in hand with the current deal. But anytime you got those, gosh, you can get bit and you can catch some big fish doing it. Another lake that I kind of look back on, Lake Dardanelle, we had an Elite Series tournament there. I didn't set the world on fire there, but I got paid, I got a check, and that's what I was doing. I was running those little creeks that some of them I only could get a boat, a boat in, and it was very, very narrow. But when you get in those creeks too, a lot of times you'll have a big flat before you get to them, and you get off in the creek and it'll drop down to 5, 6, 7 foot. That water temp falls, hey, I'm gonna get a couple bites in here at the very least. And a lot of those fish are, resident fish, so they're probably not going to last a week, in a multi-day event. But for a single-day event, team tournament, definitely a reliable option. Another thing I put up here too is boat traffic. It's something I've seen. It's kind of a niche deal. Boat traffic, the kind of effect that'll have on fishing. A lot of times that'll stir the water up, and not only that will help activate some offshore fish, but at times on like super clear reservoirs, something just to keep in your mind. I hadn't got on it just a ton of times, but there is times on like Smith Lake that I'll really pay attention to the boat traffic, and where the water typically is like gin clear, where it's 5, 10 foot visibility, you'll actually, that boat traffic washing up waves on the bank over and over, it'll create like these mud lines. And this fall I kind of got on it a little bit.
Bass U, folks. Information is pouring over. If you want to learn more about every lake, how to fish, shallow, deep, in between, skipping docks and rocks and cranking, slow wiggling, chatter, smattering, you get it at Bass U. Get on Bass U TV, check it out, sign up, be a member, be part of it, folks. Keep learning.